Well, there were some very, large chunks of plaster dropped onto the kids' beds, and because all their beds were pushed up against the wall, the plaster had landed on top of them. One of them says she instinctively put a pillow over her head. Another one clearly put his arms up because he had scratches down the backs of his arms on his elbows. But no, I mean, they might have got bashed on the head, but nothing actually collapsed. But the really scary thing was that none of us had a clue what to do. We're not.
Here it comes, guys.
What to do in an earthquake. It's not something.
Here it comes.
People from Britain grow up with.
So now.
There was a lot of flapping around. I think in the end, what we did do was just to sit and get out of the house.
It at least got it now.
It was probably the sensible thing. But in many ways, I'm more frightened now than I was when it happened, because it was an intense experience, and
it's coming now.
Anybody would want to go through.
Eyes to the skies.
People like us be used to. So I feel terrible for the people up in Amatrice. If it was as bad as it was where we are.
It's happening all over the country now, these earthquakes.
It looks like a pretty solid building from what we can see behind you, but does it feel safe to still be there?
Well, it's funny you ask. I mean, we've gone back in to clear up. It does feel solid. It's a very sort of solid.
Germany are being prepared.
50-year-old farmhouse that's been
renovated. We should all now be prepared for this.
Everything's working apart from the electricity. But I must say, I sent out a tweet at about 4 a.m. this morning, and I got quite a few tweets back, interestingly, from the Far East.
People need
saying,
to now.
After I'd said we've gone back into the
gather
house,
their
don't
stuff.
go back into the house. Steer clear. We've got a building coming down.
Killed. We've got some details now on fire. At least
breaking news, guys. Earthquakes in Italy.
They lost their lives. The national broadcaster is reporting that
earthquakes happen in Italy now, not far from the UK.
Whose home collapsed at Pescara del Tronto.
A 6.1 magnitude earthquake hit the Italian towns.
Accumoli, and I think these are the latest pictures from. Oh, this is Amatrice. This is one of the worst hit, but one of the other ones that we're hearing about is Accumoli. That is a village.
It's very rare for Europe to have earthquakes. Australia getting earthquakes, they're hitting hard.
Collapsed building, and there are no signs of life. Another 2 bodies have been pulled from the rubble of a collapsed building in Amatrice, which is what we're seeing here.
Joe, thank you very much indeed. Let's go to